Well, John Raines is Deputy Head of Political Risk at IHS, and he's been following developments at the Republican Convention. He's with me now in the convention, hasn't it?
It really has.
I mean, just all over the place. Let's start with Ted Cruz, refusing to endorse Donald Trump.
Absolutely.
I mean, that did not go down well with the crowd.
It did not go down well with the crowd. Really phenomenal reaction by the crowd. Of course, we don't know if that was spontaneous or that was organized by the Trump folks in kind of opposition to Ted Cruz, but whatever it was, it has overtaken the conversation of the convention.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of people didn't seem to realise it was going to happen, although maybe they did if it was premeditated.
Yeah,
but it did seem to come as a surprise.
Well, it certainly, I think, came as a surprise, at least the nature of the booing to Ted Cruz, at least, at a minimum, right? We don't know where it originated. We don't know exactly the process that came through or how much the Trump team knew about this speech beforehand. But whatever it was, again, like I said, this is a roller coaster convention. These things are normally scripted. You know, we had the first speech, the first night, we had the accusations of plagiarism, great speeches the second night, and then the third night, of course, dominated by Ted Cruz.
Oh, Trump himself tweeted, "No big deal."
Right.
But it is a big deal, isn't it? Doesn't it have an effect on the Trump campaign, which has been dogged by disunification?
Well, I mean, we still are a long way out, so I'd hate to say one way or another it's going to completely, dominate, the campaign in one direction or another. But generally, when we look for conventions, we're looking for instances of unity of the party and then having a positive message that you can have about your candidate. So in some respects, maybe this isn't exactly hitting those same notes. So in some respects, maybe he doesn't get the bounce that he was hoping for.
Right. And of course, it's his big speech tonight. This is supposed to be, I'm sure it will be, the highlight of the convention. What are you expecting from that? What can he do? Can he bring the party together?
Well, I mean, he's going to try. I mean, I think he's going to definitely have to say some of the right words. And so they're going to have to be words of empathy towards the other candidates that he beat. And then on top of that, words that are actually going to reassure some of those individuals that are a little bit wary of the Trump campaign at this point. The question is, over the last day or two, we've seen lots of statements on foreign policy. So those could actually get a stir, either positively or negatively. And so we're going to have to wait and see. I mean, at this point, I don't know where he's going to go with it. So I'm kind of excited to see what he does.
OK, and just looking a little further ahead, Hillary Clinton, due to announce her running mate. What is she going to want from her running mate? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I think Hillary, just a very different perspective from her point. A little bit ahead inside the polls, and so she has the advantage there. She says she's looking for somebody that is, able to take over the presidency as soon as anything could happen to her. I think she wants somebody who she can work with. And then on top of that, it would really be helpful if that person happened to come from a swing state. It could maybe send a couple electoral votes her direction,
OK, well, we wait and see. John, thank you very much indeed for that. John Raines there.